There's no doubt about it, when the Hardys broke up, that Jeff Hardy was going to be the one that WWE was going to push. The charisma he had, the way he was over with the fans, the high flying, he was just going to be the guy that was going to be pushed to the moon. Sadly, that wasn't going to happen for Matt, and it wasn't a huge issue at the time because Matt did have something that Jeff didn't have, which was Lita during Team Extreme. See, back when the Hardy Boys were together, she joined Team Extreme, and as she joined, she wound up having a relationship with Matt Hardy since 1999. So his singles run was perfectly fine at the time. He wasn't fighting for world championships, but he did have Lita by his side. So the babyface couple did work for Matt for a long time. However, it became a point where something would change, and it didn't end up for the good. See, Matt Hardy would go down with a severe knee injury, which would really recover for about a year, so he wouldn't be able to go on the road with WWE. So, in that case, Matt Hardy asked Edge to look out for Lita and travel with her so she wouldn't be alone. And of course, Ed would say, of course, because they were cool friends, and that's what friends are for. However, Matt making that decision wind up kind of biting him in the ass at the end. See, what had happened was, while they were traveling state to state, and being on the same brand with Raw, things started to heat up between Edge and Lita. They would start to have this little, flirting conversations from here and there, and Matt would see the text messages through Lita's phone, but Lita would say it's nothing, serious. They're just being, funny and being cool friends. However, he didn't know that Lita had a separate phone where her and Edge were talking real flirty and, talking, some, craziness. So then Matt Hardy finds out, and Matt Hardy goes public about it, yelling and saying that how Lita's cheating on him, and to make it worse, Edge is married, so he's cheating on his wife. So not only is Matt Hardy heartbroken, so is Edge's wife. And WWE didn't like the fact that Matt Hardy came out public and said that. So they fired him for doing what he did, which is understandable because, you can't be going out like that. However, the guy was heartbroken after he's been dating this girl for so long. Can you really blame him? I don't think so. It should have been Edge that got fired if you really think about it. But, Matt Hardy did do what he did. So after that, as he was gone, Edge and Lita would obviously take over, and the fans would boo them. 15,000 people would go out and say, we want Matt, Matt deserved better. And it was just a whole big thing every time they saw Edge and Lita. And at this time, since he was fired, Matt Hardy would go on to Ring of Honor and would do a couple stuff there while he was, not on TV and Raw since they fired him. So he decided to go back to the Indies and go to Ring of Honor and have banger matches there, which was totally fine at the time. And then, at the time as well, WWE had a talk show called Bite This, which was basically a behind-the-scenes talk show where fans can call in and they can talk to their favorite wrestlers, whoever was on the show that Friday. I believe it was Friday at 4 p.m. as always. So yeah, I thought it was a cool concept, and it was dope to see, outside the ring what these guys are about. And there was one episode of Bite This where Lita was the host, and obviously, something was going to go on. And shockingly, Matt Hardy is the guy that picks up the phone. And we all know what happens at this moment. If you didn't watch it, here it is.
A phone call from Johnny Ace. And at this point he said, well, Matt, just want to tell you, he said, we're going to have to release you. Creative really doesn't have anything for you. We don't have anything. I was going, Johnny, I don't buy into that. You're going to release me because Creative don't have anything for me? You're telling me this doesn't have anything to do with my situation? No, it doesn't have anything to do with my situation, not at all. And one, I think Johnny Ace has a personal vendetta against me. And two, considering I was the guy that was the victim of this whole thing, Adam Copeland was a guy that was married. He was committing adultery, having an affair with my girlfriend. Those two were in the wrong. And the company, the WWE, was going to endorse that and fire me while I was at home with an injury? That is absolute. How can that be justified? The thing is, Adam Copeland, the Edge, that's the guy that should have been fired. They should have sent him home, and they maybe should have sent you home too, Amy. Especially with the way you are. The whole reason, I think Monday night I came out there, and I called him Adam, because that's all I know him as. And I didn't even call you Amy, because the Amy Dumas I know, that girl's, she's dead, she's gone. Lita's all I know. This filthy hanging out with Edge, that's all I know now. I don't even know who Amy Dumas is anymore.
Okay, and so why should I want to be with you after a rant like this? And
well, no, I'll tell you what, I don't want to be with you either. The whole thing is, I'm the kind of person, I'm vindictive. I'll tell you that right now. And if you screw over MattHardy, believe me, I will make your life miserable. You did that to me because I looked at you on the same level as myself. I mean, actually, wrestling is all I've known. It's all I've loved my entire life. And then it came to a point where I loved you more than wrestling. I put you first, and I put my career second. In case people don't know this, I was on SmackDown. I was in the midst of the best time I'd ever had as a singles wrestler in my career. The whole reason I came to Raw was to be with this girl, Amy Dumas, to be with Lita on TV, so it wouldn't mess up our schedule, so it wouldn't mess up our relationship. And coming over there did nothing for me. It was a career killer, and part of it was your fault because you got heat when I got over there. And then I came over there for you, just for our relationship, because relationship was number one to me, wrestling was second. When I was out hurt, though, it seems to you that our relationship didn't mean anything. Wrestling was first to you, and then even your relationship with Edge became first to you. So now, because you've done that, I'll get retribution against you, I'll get retribution against Adam, and I'll also get retribution against that company because I am the kind of person, I don't just people don't run over me, and then I lay down and die. If people run over me, I will get up and I will massacre them. I will dismantle them. And you have no idea. You know what it's like to be my closest ally and have me do anything for you, and you're going to see what it's like to be my worst enemy. And
I know. I read already, Matt.
Good.
Thank you.
Well, just to reiterate, because I know you're not too up on your internet internet sites, and you're not too up on your articles and whatnot. So just so you know, I want to warn you before I come.
Okay. Thanks. And we are now hosting the Bite This show. I am your host, Lita. We have MattHardy here as a guest who, if he didn't say enough over the past months, he has actually more to say, folks. I know you're on the edge of your seats. What else have you got for us, Matt?
Oh, yeah. Would you like to hear some more? This is all I'm going to say right now. From now on, I am a free man. My 98 no compete clause has ended. And you never know where I'll show up. This Friday, I'll just go ahead and plug it for you. I'll be in Indiana, Pennsylvania. Come out and see MattHardy. This Saturday, I'll be in for Ring of Honor. Come out and see MattHardy. Come out and see Ring of Honor, a real wrestling promotion, as opposed to the WWE and its soap opera storylines. And this Sunday, you never know where I'll show up. Might go down to Florida for a vacation. Monday, you never know where I'll show up there. Tuesday, there's a big wrestling show that day.
All right, that's all the time we have today, folks, on Bite This. MattHardy, we appreciate you so much for stopping by today. Thank you. We'll be talking to you later.
Hey, Amy, on a serious note. Why did you do it? Why would you do it?
There's obviously something missing there for me to go fall in love with somebody else, Matt.
What was missing? What was missing?
I don't think I need to share that with the rest of the world, Matt. Even though that's how you seem to be dealing with things, there's still places that I don't want to go, and I don't think I should have to.
Go ahead. Don't be afraid now.
Matt, Lita has left. Unfortunately, I guess that concludes our interview. Thanks for calling in and clearing the air a little bit.
Immediately after that, WWE wanted to take advantage of that, so they re-signed Matt to start off this rivalry between Edge and him to make this feud a storyline. And obviously, everybody was excited for it. The fans went crazy that we got Matt back on TV. So this was always going to be a back and forth thing. This wasn't even for a title, and this was the biggest thing.
When I was out hurt, you stupid bastard, you lying coward, what did you do? You did everything you could do to get inside my girl's head and inside her pants.
Leave,
Friend,
Matt. No.
What a class
you couldn't
act.
supply
You're
what
a class
real
act.
man
You're a
needs
piece
to
of trash.
supply.
So their first match was at SummerSlam, where obviously, Edge was going to have to win. Of course, the heel always has to go over first. I wasn't a big fan of it, but, things happen, and it was always going to go that way for Edge and Lita since they were the bigger couple. So Matt had to go down to try to get his revenge. As that goes on, Lita even teases Matt afterwards, saying that he wishes that he can touch these again. He'll never get to touch them again. And don't you feel like a loser now that you can't be with me anymore and touch these anymore? And I give it to Matt for staying composed, because this shit was crazy. The way Lita was talking, wow. So then MattHardy and Edge had a street fight, and this one was actually really good, especially on live television instead of a pay-per-view. This match was so fun to watch. And as you can tell, you know, this was going to go either way. And this was all about getting revenge. And as soon as we thought Matt was going to get his revenge, it didn't happen. Matt hits a side effect on Edge, and it would come out to a no contest. So nobody won that match. So, of course, at Unforgiven, we would have to have a steel cage match. And this match is one of the best steel cage matches you can ever watch. This was amazing. If you did not watch this, you got to go back and watch this, because this match was great. Nobody disappointed. Even Lita jumped into this. It was such a good match. You know, people were bleeding. Edge was messed up. Like I said, this wasn't even for a title. This was just pure hatred for each other. Matt Hardy finally got his hands on Lita and was able to hit her with a twist of fate, which was absolutely phenomenal. The crowd went crazy. Edge hit him with a spear, and we all thought that Edge was going to go over again, but Matt Hardy said, fuck that. And this is insane. He jumps from the top, and there it is. Matt gets the W. So we all thought, hey, this is it. Matt finally got his revenge, and he's done it. He surpassed everybody, and he did it. But of course not. They had to have Edge versus Matt Hardy in a Money in the Bank ladder match. Loser leaves Raw. And once again, a banger match. Like, you cannot take away these guys for anything. Like, this was insane. What a feud this was. And for them to actually be professional and actually do this on live TV is incredible to see. And once again, it's all about taking out Lita. Everybody wanted to see her go through this table. And would he be able to do it? Would Matt finally get to put her out? Was it going to happen? And of course not, it wasn't, because WWE was not going to let that shit happen on TV. So it was just, you know, the numbers game, of course. And then Lita once again just stopping him. And that's exactly what the whole point of this was. Matt had to overcome the odds with Lita and Edge trying to stop him from becoming, you know, Money in the Bank. And so it kind of was a numbers game situation, and it came to a point where Matt couldn't take it anymore. And then one of the saddest things to ever see, Matt was stuck on the ropes. Lita's holding him down as you slowly see Edge climb up the ladder, and you see Matt Hardy's face. It's one of the most saddest things to see. He's upset. Lita's holding him down as Edge wins the Money in the Bank. It's so sad to see it end like that. It hurts me to this day to rewatch it. When I rewatched it, I was like, yo, this shit hurts. Just to see the betrayal of Lita to the point where she was ready to have Edge be her man forever. This picture will forever be ingrained. And after that, we all know Edge would cash in, become World Heavyweight Champion. And then we have the infamous sex in the middle of the ring situation that we all know from the jump. And that was the rivalry. The thing that I hated about this was the fact that, you know, the reason that I call this the downfall of Matt Hardy in 2005 was because he stayed in the mid-card kind of thing as Edge and Lita took over Raw. So it felt kind of, you know, empty-handed for Matt, the fact that he never got to a championship level, and it all started with this situation. The man stayed in the mid-card, and he could never get to the championship level and charisma like his brother did and like Edge had. So that's what happened at the end of this rivalry. It sucks that Matt Hardy never got to get his full revenge, but that's just how it was. And to make this even crazier, to find out afterwards that Edge, Lita, and Matt Hardy even spoke about it, that they were uncomfortable of even doing this rivalry. So the fact that they really hated each other and they still agreed that they did not want to do this on TV is actually insane, to show how professional these guys are. But, you know, we didn't know that for a long time. To see these guys go at it, it was insane. And that's it. That was the downfall of Matt Hardy in 2005. This love triangle was insane. What do you guys think? Did you guys enjoy this rivalry? Do you guys want me to do another rivalry? If you want, I was thinking about doing Montreal Screwjob, but that would be a lot. So let me know what you guys want to see next. Once again, this has been NezReacts, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you guys.